Well, I'm going to be cutting grass. Maybe today, maybe not. But the first thing I do, I need to take my blades off. Last time I tried to sharpen it, I tried to sharpen it underneath, and this time I'm going to take the blades off and sharpen them the right way. So let me do that today. Well, I managed to move them branches over out of the way, and I was able to pull that end of that branch over a little bit more, get it out of the driveway at least. Yeah, when that all dries up, sometime this summer I'll clean it up. Besides, there's still some berries on there that they're eating, so I'll let them clean it up as good as they can get it. Yeah, I had to go get some wrenches to take my blades off the lawnmower, and on the way back I decided to push it out of the way. There it is. I put some WD on those bolts. Let's see if I can get them out of there. I tried a 3/4 and it didn't fit. Too big. I tried 11/16. It's too small. And I don't know if these are metric or what, but I didn't have nothing in between those two. So I got some vice grips. See if that works. Huh. Bull's too lazy to go to the pond to drink. You gotta drink from that tub. That's where the cat's supposed to drink, but I guess the cat can go to the pond. Anyway, I got the blades off. Tired laying on the ground like that. You can leave now, boy. You can leave. They're back up there eating. Snacking on them berries, mulberries, what's left of them. Okay. Okay, now I gotta get my blades and one more blades and sharpen them with the grinder up. I'll probably put them in my vise in the shop. Let's go. Yeah, it appears that the wrench I used first, the 3/4, it was too big. That was a box end and it didn't fit. But I got them off with still got them off with a 3/4. But I got it off with a 3/4 socket. I guess the socket is smaller than the box end. I don't know. Of course, I guess they're all made in China, so who knows what they're supposed to be. Okay, I think they were made in China. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing. Anyway, I'm going to take them up, the blades up, and sharpen them up. This is the ends size I got to grind on. Here, there, and there. Those are the cutting edges. So let me see how dull they are. I put the blades on the edge so I can get a better look at the cutting edges that I need to sharpen. This side is pretty dull. I'm surprised it cuts anything. And this is the other side. I got to sharpen them now. Yeah, cattle are munching away up here. Just what I wanted. I'll have to mow this though eventually. I might do it today if I get the blade sharpened and put back on the lawnmower. It's not too hot today. Actually, it's cool, and it's overcast. So and there's a nice cool breeze. So at least the sun won't be bearing down on me at full strength. Well, let's get the blade sharpened first. Oh, you guys hanging around here for it? Huh? Go eat somewhere else. Yeah, go on down the road. Away from this wire gate. Okay, these are sharp on this end. And these are sharp on this end. So, ready to go back on the mower. Oh, the blades are ready to go back on the lawnmower. Okay. Then I think I might try to mow. something anyway. If not, no, it's just to test the blades. Well, I got the blades back on. Okay, let's give it a test run. What are you looking at? Huh? What are you looking at? Your buddies are over there, so go over there and join them. Remember all those maple seeds that were flying around here a while back? Well, there's two of them that sprouted in here, and this is under a carport, and they still sprouted. Yeah, they're sprouting up everywhere, but wherever the cows are, the cows will eat them off when they're young like that. So I ain't worried about that. It's where the cows don't eat, that's where they start getting out of control. There's a couple cows grazing away. Yeah, the grass got big. It's going to seed too. Well, he's coming back for another snack on them berries. Yeah, he's trying to get as many as he can out of it. Yeah, they got them stripped down pretty good, but there's still a few left. Well, the blades are sharpened and back on the lawnmower, so let's lower it down. Yeah, I just raised it up with a rope. Look at that. The rug I've been using for my feet last year. Well, this year too. I cut a little bit this year. Look at the grass. I guess I must have got wet, and there's grass. The grass is sprouted inside on the rug, but I don't think they'll survive. Probably rotten the rug though. The rug's probably half rotten. What do you want? Everybody's coming to check out this tub of water here. I think they're going to drink out of it. I got the whole pond. All right. Go to the pond, or maybe she just wants a shade. Maybe that's all she wants. No berries left on that. No mulberries left on that branch that fell. There's some left on those branches over there that I dug out, and there's plenty. There's plenty up there on the tall one, but unless it breaks, they won't get none of those. And but they still got a nice scratching tree. Yeah, he might start scratching on that if he wants to. And what are you looking for? Water? She's sniffing. That thing hadn't rained for a while. That means that's only full for a few days after it rains. Yeah. I don't know if she wants water. She got an electric fence here and it's on. But she's still going to try to drink out of it. Don't do it. That's supposed to be for the cats. Yeah, you go somewhere else. Okay, I got to get the lawnmower started and get it out of here. Oh, wait. Oh, boy. It'd be better if I got these cattle out of here to get the lawnmower in and out. I'll wait till they leave. Two of them already out. There's one here, and the other one I think went into the water over there underneath that tree. So I'll wait till the other two leave, then I'll close the gate. Black bull is going on his own. Yeah, she's going to follow. Yeah. Yeah. Watch her, watch her. She's going to chase that bull. She always does that. I don't know what it is about the bull. She don't like him. She's always picking on him. Aren't you? Yeah. Anyway, they're out. I can close the gate and open this up here so I can get the lawnmower out. And I'll probably have to gas it up too. Okay. Let's see what I can do with the lawnmower today. Those two are butting heads again. He's always doing something with her. That's it. Eat that clover. I guess that's clover. I don't know what that is. Yeah, clover and something else. Well, there's the other one. I thought she was in the water, but she's not. She's over there in the front yard. Well, actually, that's the side yard. Yeah, I don't have to mow that. As long as I keep it 8 down, it's good enough for me. And there's the other one over there. Okay, I got some work to do with the lawnmower today. I'll close that gate. I open this gate, so I'm set to go. I waited till the afternoon to cut grass because it's drier. And now the sun's out, so but the sun's not that hot today. Yeah, I'll cut this up by the driveway, and then I'll go out and cut the grass on the sides of the road in front of the house. And when I'm done with that, I'm going to head out to the big pasture and cut along the fence by the road. Yeah, okay. Let's see what I can cut today. I'll cut along the sides of the road here, at least up to the culvert down there. And I'll cut the grass on both sides of the road here too. I might even, if it ain't too wet, I'll even cut it along in that ditch there, next to the fence. Well, it's around 80 degrees today, and of course the bees came out today because it's warmer. Yeah, I'll be spraying them again one of these days too. Carpenter bees. Yeah. Okay. Guess I'll be cutting this first up here. And I'll cut that up to the fence. I got some work to do there with the net wrap one of these days. Out in the big pasture too, I gotta clean up that net wrap out there too. Yeah. Okay, I'm ready to cut. Well, at least there's no clouds. There's a couple buzzards flying around up there. Yeah, there's no clouds today. Or right now anyway. Okay, let's start cutting. I just started my cutting right here by the trailer in this little area here. And look who showed up. Yeah, they always do that when I cut grass. They think I'm going to shoot some underneath the fence for them. But I forgot to do that today. Well, I cut around the driveway. Looks better. Yeah, looks a little better. Looks like somebody lives here. Yeah. Okay. That's good. I even cut over there a little bit. The lawnmower was acting up a little bit. It was coughing. I cleaned the air filter out. Probably did a new one. Yeah, but I dusted it out. And then my air compressor was acting up. It was sparking at where I was plugging it in. I don't know if it's the cord, the electric cord, or the plug on the air compressor that has a fault in it. But I got some smoke and sparks, so I'll have to take a look at that one of these days. And then the air compressor motor won't turn over. It just hums. Yeah, this looks better. This looks good, better too. Yeah, I cut all the way to the fence down there. I couldn't cut nothing on the hill, that's why I sprayed it. But I may think twice about cutting along the fence there by the road down there in the big pasture because of something I noticed over here. This ditch here is kind of wet, at least in here. Down there it's wet too, but there's enough grass to hold me up. But here, there's just some, like here, there's hardly any vegetation on it. So, but I was okay there. But there, yeah, I got hung up. One of my wheels got hung up on the hill there, and I was on an angle or something, and I had a hard time getting out of there. But I didn't have to pull it. So, yeah. So, if a fence over there by the road is there's really no ditch there that I have to worry about because I'll be cutting against the fence. So I'm gonna try some a little bit at a time, but I don't want to get stuck, so I got to be careful. Well, that's why I'm ready to head out there now. Hope my mower keeps running good. Cut's good. Don't know about the running part. Well, I'm just thinking that it should be dry enough now to mow at least along the fence. I'm not going to mow over here. I did one year, but I'm not going to do it again. one or two cuts along this outside, and at least one cut on the inside, maybe two. But I think I don't think I'm going to start here. I think I'm going to cut this lane here all the way to the bridge anyway. Yeah, get that cut first, and then I'll see about going down there, come back. I think I should cut the inside first, just to see how wet it is. Yeah, because if it's wet on the inside, it'll be wet on the outside. And the outside is thicker, so it'll be harder to cut. Okay, there's the cattle grazing away on all that tall grass. Okay, let's get started on this here. Well, look at this area I mowed to the gate. The lawnmower's still acting up. It's like it's not running full. It's like it's coughing. It's like it's struggling to get fuel or air or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, you can see where I cut last time, up to about halfway to that power pole there. That's how much it grew back so far. But the other stuff is still tall like this here. It's thick all the way through there, so I won't cut that last. Because it still might be wet. Anyway, cattle are still out eating. I think the bull's laying down. Well, if I can get the lawnmower started again, and it's running okay, I'll cut the area to the bridge on the other side of the gate and go from there. Yeah, this is what the lawnmower does sometimes. Sometimes it runs okay, like now. There must be a block somewhere, either in the air filter or something in the gas. I'm guessing there's something in the gas. I just put some new gas in. Maybe the new gas was bad or something. Or maybe there's some kind of debris in the gas tank. I'm not sure. But as long as I can keep it running, I want to keep cutting. I'm going to cut in here first. Then if the lawnmower's still able to run, I want to try to cut the outside. I'm going to walk through it first to make sure there's nothing in my way. Yeah, we'll see. Get this done first though. Well, got this cut. Looks nice now. Yeah, the lawnmower worked okay on this section. Yeah, when I was driving back along there, I was looking in there and it looked like it was clear. Except for the weeds, so I'm going to try to mow that along this side here, on the outside. I got company anyway while I'm doing this. The cattle they don't care what I'm doing, no, they're too busy eating the good grass. Let's see what I can do with this. Hope I don't get stuck in there, it'll be hard to get out. Well, I didn't know if I was going to make it. It was hard getting around this tree here. Yeah. Coming back was a little easier, and then I got another big tree over there I had to get around on the other end. But I got it. It's good enough for me. Since I'm here, I do want to take a chance on them. Those tall things, I call them hemlock. I can't cut them with the mower. I just see that going in there. It just pushes it down, and I don't get it mowed. So I'm going to go back and cut them with a sickle, a hand scythe. Yeah, I'll cut them down by hand. There's the concrete I worked on yesterday. I'll go check it before I leave. Oh, that looks better. A lot better. I cut all those hemlock down. I don't know if that would hurt the cattle or not, but I'm not going to wait and find out. They can't get to it here anyway. And I don't see none growing in the pasture, so should be okay. Yeah, they're cut down. Yeah, they always eat it in a group. Listen to them munch. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to mow the inside of the pasture first. Okay, I cut the outside there. I'm going to cut the inside over there. 1 or 2 passes, that's all. Okay, I'm ready to cut this inside. I guess you'd call that the inside because it's inside the pasture. Looks like the cattle are heading down to the water. I think the big ones are already down there. I'll make another pass going out, going back. A calf just lay down out there. That was the last calf that was born. And I remember that, or I looked up the date, it was 4/25, April 25th. And last year she had it on June 2, so she was like over a month ahead from last year. And who do I got back here? I can't even see. The cattle are in there. Yeah, they're cooling off again. Okay. Okay, let's go back to work here. Let's make another cut. Then I'll start on the other side of the gate after I close it. Okay, this one's cut. Okay, on to the rest. This should be easy. I should go, but I don't want to cut it under the fence or blow it under the fence. So I'm just going to go down all the way. I'm going to go all the way, drive it down without cutting anything. Then I'll make the cut coming back. That way I'll blow it out into the middle of the field. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I'm going to drive all the way back down to the end over there, the corner, and then down. And I'll start cutting there, and I'll be cutting on the way back, and I'll blow the grass out into the other grass. Well, my spray worked pretty good here. Yeah, I could see some clover starting to grow back though. I guess it didn't quite kill it all. But the other weeds are dead. That's what I wanted. Well, this is where I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut it. I'm just going to take one pass and throw it into the other grass. I want to keep it away from the fence. Okay. And while I'm here, I could see that's where my old fence used to be, a dummy wire a long time ago. But I don't do that anymore. But if I have to put a fence up here again, I won't put it in the same place over there. It's too wide. I'll put it from here over to there. Because if they do want to get into this water here, that's where they would go. And then I'll have the wire going across this way. But I ain't to that point yet, because they could come in here and they can come in through there. But I don't see no evidence of them walking down here yet. Or I don't see no footprints down in there either, or in here anywhere. So I think we're pretty good there. Now I just gotta start cutting and go back to the gate. Yeah, I got one path made. I just want to keep the stuff away from the fence, or keep the cattle away from the fence. I sprayed that corner in the fence before, that way I don't have to mow up in there. And right about in here, I almost ran over it, but I missed it. Is that, I guess during one of the floods, that an old jar washed up in here. Yeah, I guess. I don't know where else it would come from. It had to be from a flood. Anyway, I didn't hit it or nothing, so I just stuck it on top of the post, and we can do what he wants up there. Well, I'm ready to cut this inside. One pass though, only one pass. Yeah, I need to cut this side too. It was kind of a little bit of wet through there, but I think I'm going to take a chance because it's supposed to rain again soon. Yeah, the next couple of days it might rain. Maybe not tomorrow, but maybe sometime this week. Anyway, let's get this mowed to the gate, and then I'll decide what to do out here on the outside. You can see those 3 wooden posts I put over here on this side, and the other 3 wooden posts on the other side of I call it the corner. It's not the corner where it angles off. Yeah, I put them in there to strengthen the fence during a flood, so I didn't lose my fence, and I think it worked. But the flood wasn't that big, but it still was a flood. And something else, as I was driving down here without cutting, I noticed I never did pick up those piles of flood debris that I raked again away from the fence before. I never did get around to burning it, so I guess I'll just leave it there. It's not in my way of mowing, so it's okay. Okay, that much is done. Some of the tall stuff I don't cut, but it's okay. Some of it gets laid down and I don't get it cut real good. Okay, let's head to the corner. Oh, that looks better. I'm going to try to do the same thing on the outside once I finish the inside. Oh, so far the lawnmower's been working pretty good. It coughs every once in a while, but sputters, what do you want to call it? But it's working mostly pretty good. I just got to cut to the gate and then I'll head to the outside of the fence. Okay, the inside's done. I also cut the grass where I swing the gate. I cut that too, so it's easier to open the gate without any grass slowing it down. Before I cut the outside fence, or outside the fence, I'll go down and check my concrete work, see how it's looking. That's what I worked on yesterday. So it's been about 24 hours now, and it's pretty hard to me. I still have to patch the side here and that side with a bag of cement there and a bag of cement there. That should finish that job. And then I got that 16-foot hog panel to lay down. But first I gotta take some of these rocks along this side and this end here and anywhere else that are high against there. Fly bothered me. Going up my nose. And I need to fill in that low spot there. And I got to get these rocks around here so I can put the panel there lower than the concrete here so I can match it. I put the concrete. Okay, I gotta go. There's a fly flying around my nose. Okay, but it looks pretty good to me. Yeah, cattle are cooling off here, and the younger ones are up there, up on top. They're just laying around, waiting for their mamas. Well, there's 4 mamas here. And the other younger, the smaller white cow, she's up there on top with the younger ones. Okay, they're doing okay. Yes. Let's see if I can cut some on the outside. See how that's going to work. Yeah, I'm going to turn the fence off while I'm cutting on the outside, in case I get stuck and I have to touch the fence. Okay. Well, this is a good day to cut. It's warm, but not too hot. And right now there's no wind to blow the grass back in my face. So that's good. Although with no wind, that means there's no breeze to cool me off either. Anyway, take the good with the bad. Oh, look at that honeysuckle. That's what I want. That's what I like to have growing on the side of the hills in front of the house, but without the weeds though, just the honeysuckle. That would be nice. There's some more. Look at that up there. That's how tall it got. It climbed up the trees. I wonder if it kills the trees, because these trees are dead. And there's plenty on there too. Look at all that honeysuckle. It smells good. That's why I like it. I don't really like the viney part, but I like the smell of the aroma, fragrance. Yeah. So I got honey. There's the one on the little tree down there. Little bitty tree's got it covered. Yeah. Yeah. When I first bought that land where my house is, over underneath the power lines there, where the driveway is now, and along that hill there, along the road, that was just covered with trees like this, big trees. Well, not these big, because the road company, the electric company kept the bushes trimmed there, but the honeysuckle was thick. I had to have a backhoe in, come and clean them all up. Yeah, I remember that. And there, some of that honeysuckle is still there. Although I spray it to kill the weeds, but I would like to keep the honeysuckle if I could. But that's another story. Well, I cut the inside already, and I want to get at least one cut on this side. But as I go down, I'm going to blow it to the outside. It's the one coming back that I don't know how I'm going to do. Should I blow it this way, under the fence? But I want to avoid that, so maybe I'll just make the one cut and be done with it. As long as the cattle don't reach under to get that grass, I think it should be okay. If I can get it to match this side, that'll be okay. I'll let the road people cut the rest, the township. Well, I cut that much. I didn't get stuck. I'm gonna have to, when I'm on my way back, I guess I don't want to cut it any more this way. So on my way, I'll just recut this, and I'll just blow it underneath there. There wouldn't be that much anyway. Yeah, I'll try not to get into this stuff. But if it does, it's all right. There won't be that much to reach for the cattle. Not when they have all that they eat. Okay, let's keep going. All I gotta do now is go to the corner and turn around and come back the same track that I cut, the same path that I cut. But this time I'll be blowing it into the fence, but there won't be that much to blow under the fence. Okay, at least I didn't get stuck yet, so let's not speak too soon. So let's hope I can keep going without getting stuck. Hopefully I'll get this job done today. Well, I made it to the corner and turned around. Now there's a steep drop off where that last post is. There's not much ground there. It keeps getting eroded after year. So someday I may have to move my corner post in. But not for a while. Still got a couple feet yet. Or maybe a yard. Anyway, I'm just gonna turn around. I'm going to head back the other way, the way I came. It's already cut mostly. I'm just going to clean up the ones that didn't get cut. These things here, when they're tall, they get pushed over. They don't get cut. There's that clogged pipe that I couldn't unclog because it's got a big tree limb or something in it. There, but at least there's some water going through, but it needs to be unjammed, unclogged. But I don't think I can do it. Maybe this creek dries up in the summertime, I might try, but not the way it is. I don't want to get wet. Okay, here's where the hill. Oh, my anchors aren't even in. I didn't realize that. I lost the ground where the anchors were. I still got one anchor, and I'll have to redo that one of these days. And I got this corner here done on this side. And look at all that pasture I got now. They got some good grass in there. Yeah, I got some good grass. And I'm going to go back the same path that I came down with, and I'll just throw it under the fence and be done with it. At least it's cleaned up enough where they can't try to reach through. I don't think they do anyway, but just in case. And it makes it look nice too. I guess I'll leave this for the road people to clear up if they want to. Yeah, I wish I would leave these elderberries, but they probably won't. Hey, look, there's some orchard grass in here. Yeah. There's some more elderberries growing up that way too, but last time they had them in here, they mowed them down. But I did get a harvest off of them before they mowed them down. The township road crew. Oh well, that's their job, I guess. But actually, this ain't really part of the road. The ditch is over that way. This is actually my ground, so they shouldn't even be in here. Maybe I should start putting flags up or posts up so they They don't need to mow that. That's my part. Yeah, the ditch is where that pole is. Or the pole is just on the other side of this ditch, inside of that ditch there. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, that's another story. Well, that's better than it was. Yeah, that'll work. Looks good too. I also will mow it around the utility pole to make it easier for the road crews. They don't have to cut this because this is not part of the road. But if they do, they do. If they don't, it's okay with me. Like the cattle came out of their water hole. Yeah, they're going to start eating grass again. Yeah, they got it pretty good here. What is today? I forgot what day it is. 18? Is it 18? So I let them back in here on the 15th. So they've been in here 3 days. This is their 3rd day already, and they hardly made a dent. So I'm hoping this will last a long time. And while they're eating in here, I'm hoping the other pasture on the other side will grow back a lot. So when this runs out, they'll have more over there. There's not much grass on top since I feed hay up there, but a little bit helps. Every little bit helps. Okay, let's back to finish this job here. I just got to go from here out to the end, to the corner, then I'm done. Well, I'm glad I got that done today without getting stuck. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but it's always been too wet. But I got it now. Yeah. Okay, well, that's it for today on this one. Okay, there's the cattle out grazing again. And this section's done too. Yeah, this wasn't so hard. I even got on the outside of the fence too. I cleaned it up last year so I could drive back there. Yeah, it wasn't easy. Around that trees there's a ditch there. I had to make sure I don't fall into that ditch. But I got it. I got it. All right, cattle. Everybody's content now, eating grass. Yeah. This should last quite a while. Yeah, this should last quite a while. And then after the first crop of hay is baled, sometime in June, hopefully I can get my brother to help me with his big tractors and trailers and front end loader and all that stuff to help me move all those bales up to the top. And when I do that, I'm going to lock them in here. And when I lock them in here, and if there's not enough grass, I'll give them a couple bales out there. Hold them over until we get the hay moved. I also got to contact my brother to see if he can use his front end loader to push some of that where I feed hay there, between the east gate up there, between there and the shelter, push that old manure hay or the old hay and stuff out of the way, up against the trees, so it'll dry out a little bit, so we can get our tractors and trailers in there without getting stuck. Yeah, on all that loose manure and hay and soil, compost stuff. Anyway, that's where that stands. I'll contact one of these days, see if he can do that for me. Yeah. Luckily, he's still in the cattle business too, and he's got better equipment than I do. Yeah. Yeah. He spent his money wisely on tractors and stuff like that. Big tractors. And all the equipment that goes with it. I just got my little John Deere 2020. But that's all I need. All right. I guess I'm headed back to the house now. Oh, this looks nice too. Looks like a Looks like I live here. Yeah, that's what my family tells me, that it looks like I don't live here with all the tall grass in front of the house. So I cut it once in a while, just to conform to the norm. Anyway, I was just thinking on the way back that on the other side of the creek, I need to mow the south fence. Yeah, I need to mow the south fence. At least on the near the creek and all the way down to the east side. The rest of it I can spray, but the outside of the south fence, on the south side and on the inside of where those pear trees are, I need to mow that sometime. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I won't get stuck there, I don't think. Oh, there is that one spot on the south fence. I'll have to go around, because that was still pretty wet last time I was spraying the fence or checking the fence or something. Anyway, I'll have to make sure I don't get stuck again back there. Well, maybe I'll mow again tomorrow on the south fence across the creek. Unless it's raining, of course. Well, I'll have that covered all day, but I guess I'm uncover it now. I'll cover it up again before dark. Yeah, it's doing okay for now. I hope it starts spreading out and getting bigger soon. The nights are still cool. Sometimes it's below 50. Yeah, so I got to keep it covered at night. And then it's cool in the morning, so I just leave it covered up all day. Yeah, uncover it now just so I can get some fresh air. Tired of looking at these old dead stuff. I'm going to dump them out. Or can I dump them? I don't know. I think I'll dump them out to the side in case I plant something else in here. Okay. Now I got to get dump them all out. I'm gonna take all those dead ones out of those. I need those weights on there to hold the plastic down. But I don't need the stems. Yeah, the dead stuff. I'll take that out and dump it over there in my other pile. Okay. Okay, I dumped the 2 buckets of dirt out. That was a lost cause on those. Yeah, I thought I had plenty of dirt, but they just didn't have enough light. Yeah, couldn't get them close enough to the light. And I got all the dead stuff in those 2 buckets, and I'm going to take them, dump them out over there where I put all my dead stuff during the year, if I have any. When I trimmed these off, some of them fell over on me. I should have trimmed them while they were still short. But anyway, that's all the soil that I dumped out of these other containers. Those I left them in because I need them for weight to hold the plastic down. Bugs and flies on my feet, legs again biting me. Okay, let me dump them 2 buckets out and I'll come back later to cover that up again. Lemongrass, my sole survivor. That's where I dumped them, over there. And I'm going to leave these buckets here. Leave them here to collect rainwater for that plant there. And I noticed something when I was dumping that. Yeah, got me a volunteer or something. My organic garbage pile. Got some volunteers. Pretty sure those are tomatoes. Yeah, those are tomatoes. I'll have to prepare a plate. I'll leave them there for now, but I'm going to transplant them someplace. And look at the maples are growing too. There's one. They're all over the place. From all the seeds that were flying off of that tree earlier this spring. Yeah, a big tree. Anyway, yeah. I also have a tomato, no, a sweet potato plant, a sweet potato in the house that's sprouting. So that's the one I grew in the house all winter. I brought it out, and the cold temperatures kind of set it back, but it's starting to sprout again. It's starting to vine out. The vines are starting to grow again. So I've got to find a place to plant the other sweet potato that's starting to sprout before it dies inside the house. Probably put the other sweet potato over there. That's where it was last year. I was hoping that whatever I had there last year will come back, but I never did dig it up. So it's possible, if it produced any sweet potatoes, it'll grow unless the freezing temperatures killed the sweet potato in the ground. Okay. Anyway, I'll come back later and cover that up again. Unless the temperature is above 60, I'll keep it covered up. I'd like 65 degrees and warmer, so. But until it gets warmer, I'm going to keep it covered at night. Daytime, for warm enough, uncovered it. But I got to make that survive. Because it's my only one. Cattle came up, a couple of them. Came up to, but they're on the other side of the fence, so they're not on this side. I got them locked out of here now. Because I got to take the lawnmower out again tomorrow, maybe, to cut the weeds on the outside the south fence. And the other two are down there by the pond. Yeah. I'm glad I redirected this fence this spring. And I'm glad I put that gate in down there. I only used it a couple times, maybe 3 times to feed a bale hay down there. And I'll start feeding them out there because during the wintertime they were always, even without the hay there, they were always laying there. Because I think it was out of the wind. But it's also a drainage for that branch there. So I wanted to keep that from eroding too much. So I put a gate. I put a crossing down there, culvert crossing where I can drive my tractor across. And it worked okay a few times that I used it. Okay, I'm done for today. Yeah. Hey, Belay. Hope you're big enough to breed now. Yeah, I hope so. I hope these cattle are still coming into heat. Yeah. They're getting kind of old, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Time will tell. What you looking at? Huh? Don't touch that fence. You won't like that. Yeah. Flies bothering you? I might get the spray out one of these days and spray their feet and their horns. Their backs they don't have flies on their backs because of the long hair. But he's got flies on his legs. And he don't like it. I don't like it either. So I'll get the sprayer out and get some of that. Same stuff that I use on the carpenter bees. I'll spray it on his legs. Maybe around his head. You could probably use some on his back too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know when it's going to rain again. The forecast showed sometime this week. There's a chance for thunderstorms this week. So we'll see. Oh, I didn't forget about you. There's a fence between us though. Don't forget about that. Yeah, respect the fence. You already got out a couple times when it was a single wire. Well, you stink, boy. Your poopy's all over your side, and your tail's spreading it around. Yeah. Must be that rich grass. Yeah, see how he don't like the flies on his legs. Yeah, yeah, I know what he feels when the fly bites me. Yeah. Okay. I gotta go in the house. Get away from these flies too. Got socks on, and they're still bothering me. And look at that sun. Partially dulled by the clouds, but it's still pretty warm out here. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I think that wood will hold. Yeah, until I cut it. Well, it's after 8 p.m. and I missed the sunset. Yeah, and I also remembered after I done cutting grass down there in the big pasture, I forgot to turn the fence back on, so I'm going to drive back down there and turn the fence on before it gets dark. Yeah, cattle are spread out now. Yeah, I'm going to back down, turn that fence on down there. Yeah, they're way out over there too. And that's the fence line I just got done mowing today. Both sides, and go turn the fence on now, I forgot. Hello girls and boys. Yeah. Well, it smells good down here. That honeysuckle really. Oh boy. It smells so good. Yeah. Everybody's doing good. Yeah, that's it. Continue to eat while I turn this fence back on. Turn the fence charger back on and it's working really good. Hi guys, girls, little girls, and boys if you're out there. There's Bully. There's Big Bully. Oh, the air's cooled off a lot. Yeah, air's cooled off a lot. Yeah, sun already went down. Sky's overcast. It's a good time to be out here. Yeah, except for the bugs. Bugs might start coming out soon. Yeah. Hi, Mama Cow. Yeah, you're my best cow. Yeah. Well, you sure got a big belly. Must have a lot of grass in there. Yeah. 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 Okay. Everybody's spread out and eating. I see 2 calves there. I'm sure the other ones are around. They're all laying down in this tall grass somewhere. Frogs are coming out. I hear the frogs. Frogs are coming out. Noisy things. Okay. I'm going to end it here. Yeah. There's 2 calves and there's 3 calves that are laying down someplace out there. Who knows where they're at? But they're there somewhere. Okay. I'm going to call it a day. Get you on the next one. That's all honeysuckle over there. All those light colored flowers. Oh, they smell so good. I like honeysuckle. It's a viney plant. Climbing up the trees. Yeah, it smells good down here. Used to have like that, a lot of that up by the road, by my driveway, when there was a bunch of brush there. Yeah, but over the years, I had to get rid of it because the weeds got too big. Oh well, maybe it'll come back someday.